Did you know that the filming of The Passion of the Christ was marked by such impactful events that many consider them miracles? Real injuries, strange phenomena, and experiences that no one could explain left everyone on set wondering, were these mere coincidences or divine signs? Jim Caviezel, the actor who portrayed Jesus, experienced firsthand the pain he was representing. He was accidentally struck, fell under the weight of a real cross, and was even struck by lightning. Meanwhile, the technical crew reported inexplicable malfunctions in their equipment and even mysterious presences watching them from the shadows. But here's the most incredible part. Instead of deterring them, all these challenges seemed to strengthen the faith of those present. It was as if the life of Jesus transcended the screen to become a living experience during the filming. Were these coincidences or a manifestation of something much greater? Stay with us to discover how God can be present even in the most challenging moments. From the beginning, Mel Gibson was clear that The Passion of the Christ would not be a conventional film. His vision was bold, to depict the final hours of Jesus with such authenticity that viewers would feel transported directly to first-century Jerusalem. To achieve this, he made daring and risky decisions, such as filming the entire movie in Aramaic, Latin, and Hebrew, the languages spoken at the time. This not only added depth to the narrative, but also aimed to connect with the story on a more direct and emotional level. That wasn't all. The sets, designed with an impressive level of detail, were built in Matra, Italy, a place that seemed untouched by time itself. Every stone, every corner, and every detail was crafted to faithfully reflect the world where Jesus lived and died. The level of precision was so high that each scene seemed like a window to the past. But this project presented not only technical challenges, but also spiritual ones. Gibson knew from the start that the road ahead would not be easy. Major studios rejected his idea, considering it too risky and uncommercial. But that didn't stop him. He decided to personally finance the $30 million production, demonstrating unwavering faith in the message he wanted to convey. This act of sacrifice and commitment reflected, in a way, the very message of the film. Sacrifice for something greater than oneself. One of the most striking and talked about aspects of the filming of The Passion of the Christ were the accidents and inexplicable phenomena that occurred, many of which directly involved Jim Caviezel, the actor who portrayed Jesus. Among these incidents was a dramatic shoulder dislocation he suffered while filming the scene of Jesus carrying the cross. To achieve maximum realism, Gibson decided to use an authentic cross with significant weight. During one take, Caviezel stumbled and fell under the cross, resulting in a painful shoulder dislocation. What's most surprising about this incident is that the pain and expressions of suffering seen on screen are not the product of acting, but of the actor's real physical pain. Many interpreted this as a symbolic moment where Caviezel, even for an instant, bore a fraction of the sacrifice that Jesus endured on his way to Golgotha. Another equally chilling event occurred during the brutal scene of Jesus' scourging. Due to a technical error, One of the whips used in the filming struck Caviezel's back, penetrating the protective padding meant to keep him safe. The impact was so severe that the actor was left with a permanent scar. This accident shocked the crew, but Caviezel continued filming despite the pain and physical injuries. For many, this event resonates deeply with Isaiah 53:5. By his wounds, we are healed. Some members of the cast and crew began to wonder if these accidents were not mere mishaps, but manifestations of something greater, a tangible reminder of what Jesus endured for humanity. But the most inexplicable event of all occurred during an outdoor shoot. While filming a scene, Jim Caviezel was struck by lightning. Yes, lightning during the production of a movie about Jesus' final moments. Although the actor wasn't seriously injured, the impact was intense enough to leave everyone in shock. What are the chances of this happening in the middle of such a film? The incident left the crew deeply reflective. Some saw it as an incredible coincidence, while others considered it a divine sign, a reminder of the spiritual importance of their mission. The atmosphere on set was almost unanimous. It felt as though something far greater than themselves was guiding every step of the project. These events, far from discouraging the team, seemed to strengthen their commitment to the film. Many began to see them as signs that reinforced the spiritual purpose of the project, as if each challenge aligned with the message of sacrifice and redemption the film sought to convey. The filming of the Passion of the Christ was not only marked by the physical and emotional challenges faced by the cast, but also by a series of mysterious events that directly affected the technical crew. One of the most baffling occurrences was the constant malfunctioning of filming equipment, lights and cameras that had been meticulously checked before each shooting day began to fail randomly, particularly during the film's most emotional and significant scenes. Despite technicians' best efforts to identify the source of these problems, there was no logical explanation for what was happening. It was as if something beyond human control was intervening in the process. Faced with these difficulties, something peculiar began to happen on set. Some technicians and actors, frustrated by the persistent issues, turned to spontaneous prayer during critical moments. Astonishingly, on several occasions after these prayers, the problems were resolved almost immediately, without any technical adjustments being made. This left many pondering the power of faith amid uncertainty. For some, these incidents symbolized that the film's spiritual message was not only being portrayed on screen, but also lived out on set. Another phenomenon that deeply affected the technical crew was the feeling of inexplicable presences on set. Several team members reported feeling they were not alone while working, especially during nighttime shoots. Although these experiences varied, many agreed they were not frightening, but profoundly spiritual. Some described these sensations as comforting energy, as if witnessing something sacred. For many members of the crew, these experiences reinforced the idea that they were part of something far greater than a mere cinematic production. These events, along with the physical and emotional challenges faced by the cast, contributed to a unique atmosphere on the set of the Passion of the Christ. Each day seemed imbued with a special significance, a constant reminder of the powerful message they were trying to convey to the world. The emotional and spiritual impact of filming The Passion of the Christ extended beyond the physical and technical challenges. It left deep impressions on the hearts and minds of the cast. Each member of the ensemble experienced unique moments that connected the film's message to their own lives in unexpected ways. One of the most moving and challenging moments for Maya Morgenstern, who portrayed Mary, was filming the scene where Mary holds the lifeless body of Jesus. The emotional intensity of this scene was so overwhelming that Maya confessed to feeling such profound pain it took her hours to recover after filming. In her own words, she felt a direct connection with all mothers who have lost a child. It was a moment of absolute understanding of the pain Mary must have felt watching her son's sacrifice, a pain that deeply resonated within the actress's soul. This experience not only enriched her performance, but also marked a turning point in her personal life, leading her to reflect on love and loss from a more spiritual perspective. Similarly, Claudia Girini, who played Claudia Procula, the wife of Pontius Pilate, experienced moments that transcended the screen. During the shoot, she began having recurring dreams about moments in Jesus' life not included in the script. These dreams not only impacted her emotionally, but also led her to question profound aspects of her faith and purpose in life. For Girini, these dreams felt like spiritual messages speaking directly to her heart, prompting her to reevaluate her connection to spirituality. By the end of the project, she shared that her participation in the film was not just a professional challenge, but also a transformative experience that united her work with her faith in a way she had never experienced before. These personal experiences left an indelible mark on the cast, who not only depicted the events of Jesus' life and death, but also felt a deep spiritual connection to the values and sacrifices the film sought to convey. For many, being part of this project was more than acting. It was an opportunity to explore their own faith and share a message that transcends cultures and religions. The success of the Passion of the Christ would not have been possible without the steadfast leadership and vision of Mel Gibson. From the beginning, Gibson showed an extraordinary level of dedication and perfectionism rarely seen in the film industry. His commitment to authenticity drove him to insist on every detail of the production being historically accurate and spiritually meaningful. From the languages used in the script, Aramaic, Latin, and Hebrew, to les sandotings that faithfully recreated first-century Jerusalem, everything had to reflect the time when Jesus lived. Despite initial criticism from major studios, which deemed the project too controversial and risky, Gibson remained steadfast in his decision to finance the film with his own resources. This act of faith and determination inspired everyone involved. He knew the project would not be easy, but he was willing to make the sacrifices necessary to fulfill his vision. His unwavering commitment strengthened the team's confidence that they were creating something unique and significant. Gibson's leadership taught a powerful lesson. The combination of perfectionism, empathy, and faith can build strong and committed teams. His ability to balance an unyielding artistic vision with genuine concern for his team's well-being not only made a difference in the production, but also reinforced the spiritual purpose behind his actions. Gibson didn't just direct a film. He led a mission that deeply resonated with everyone involved. If this video has inspired you, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And of course, share your experiences in the comments. Together, we can build a strong and positive community. Thank you for joining us on this journey of growth and transformation. See you in the next video.